The supervisor is Mr. Robert W. Smith. Your timekeeper for this first contest is from Milton Keynes. It's Stephen Pucci. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from Doncaster, A-star referee, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, standing with his head trainer, Richard Farnan. He wears the black, red, and orange. He scaled 11 stone, 12 pounds, 4 ounces. His professional record, 8 wins, 12 defeats, 4 draws. Fighting out of Westbury, England, introducing Anthony, the Matador Fox. Fox. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands with his head trainer, Tony Sims. He wears the red with gold trim. He scaled 11 stone, 12 pounds, 12 ounces. His professional record thus far perfect. 8 fights, 8 victories, 6 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the fast-rising prospect, the hard-hitting southpaw, hailing from Montrose. He is the fighting pride of Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, John, the Doc Doherty. Doherty.
So the referee just giving his final instructions. Howard Foster, Tony Sims standing with John Doherty, Richard Farnan with Anthony Fox. And I mentioned that Doherty had been 6 rounds with Louis Van Pooch. He's a stablemate of Fox's. And those two have had a conversation, and a little bit of gamesmanship maybe from Fox, who said that Pucci, as he's known, said that Doherty doesn't punch hard at all. Well, that's not what everybody else will tell you. It's been an interesting start here. Doherty got straight through and snapped back the head of Fox, and as he came in there, Fox himself opened out. Doherty just trying to lean on Fox and push him back towards the ropes. Fox in the black with red and orange, sporting that newly cut mohawk. Doherty in the red with the red gloves, boxing out of the southpaw stance. Good right hand there from Fox, and that's interesting, Matt. And as Doherty just backs Fox up to the ropes, every time Doherty's thrown the jab so far, Fox has come right over the top of it with his right hand. Yeah, straight away firing back with the right hand down the middle. I mean, he's been caught with a few backhand lefts from Doherty, drove his head back, but he's landed the right hand himself several times already. The feeling out process has been very brief here. And he did exactly the same thing again there. Doherty just threw that jab out, and then their right hand followed by the left by Fox, and that just clipped the chin of Doherty, who's looking to get on the front foot and be aggressive as he always is. That was a better jab from Doherty. He brought it back quicker, and that's the key for him there, really. He can't just leave it hanging out there, because Fox is looking to try and time it. Yeah, Fox looking for that right hand every single time, looking to fire straight down the middle with it. Fox just with a little feint with his front foot there. Doherty trying to get on the jab, and then they both just trade left hands. 1-2 from Doherty. He was just on the borderline of range there, Fox. So I don't think it landed too heavy. Yeah, Fox landing the right hand and also came back with the left hook. And again, he threw the jab there, Doherty, and Fox immediately threw the right hand. He's got a bit of a habit there, Doherty. When he throws that lead right hand, he leaves it out there. He doesn't really bring it back, and that's something that they've spotted, I think, in preparation for this fight. Yeah, again, he landed a nice right hand, left hook combination, Fox. Good body shot there from Doherty. But he's been on the front foot in this round, Doherty. He's dictated terms from the centre of the ring. He's been the one making the action. Looking for that 1-2 again. Fox just again on the borderline of range there. It didn't quite snap home. He's just feinting with that front foot every now and again there. Fox seems comfortable enough just using those ropes when he can. Fox for the first time there just looking to try and lead off himself with a left hook. Doherty reaching for the left hand there. Fox missing with the right, and that is an interesting opening 3 minutes.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
This is Swara. Hello. Swara's a Suzuki dealer. She's been getting her showroom ready. She's cleaned the windows, cut the grass, and topped up the coffee machine. All for the arrival of the new hybrid Swift Sport. And she's including 0% APR and no deposit across the Swift range. Why not contact your local dealer for a test drive? You might even get a chocochino. For more details, go online or contact your local Suzuki dealer. Suzuki, helping you get back on the road.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Well, there's a scene at Maskell's where they're staying fine for the moment. And here's Shannon Courtney. She is in such an interesting fight later on, getting that temperature taken. She's up against Rachel Ball. Rachel Ball has come in from an opening price I saw in some quarters at 8-1 to now being an odds-on favourite. It's amazing the interest that has built in that fight. Into the second round here, Fox in the black, Doherty in the red. And Matt, it was Doherty who was looking to dictate terms in that opening round. Fox did some good work with that right hand, but it was Doherty's round.
Yeah, it was. He was backing him up. He was landing the straight lefts. He landed the cleaner shots, the better shots. But that said, Fox certainly was competitive, landed some good shots. I think he made Doherty think and adjust and, you know, had to think about his attacks. He can't just go in there and blow him away the way he has some of his opposite opponents already in his career. You know, Fox is experienced, he's feinting, he's moving his head, and he's quite sharp with those counters.
Similar kind of pattern to the second round as we saw in the first so far. Doherty on the front foot, stalking, just reaching for that left hand a bit. Good jab, but then again, he's answered back there by Fox. He's been made to pay for mistakes here, Doherty, which, as you say, Matt, is not something that I think has really happened to him in his career up until this point.
No, that was a good left hook counter from Fox. Very fast, short, sharp left hook, and it, like you say, I think because Doherty's blown everyone away so far, at times he's admiring his work, he's landing his shots, and he's staying there with his head movement a bit static, and he's getting caught with the fast counters from Fox. So he's got to be careful with that. He's got to move his head after he finishes his punching or move out of range with his feet. Got to be careful not to get into that habit of landing his shots and then admiring his work.
Fox just looking to try and touch with that left hand, measure the gap. Doherty's got that height and reach advantage. Fox again trying to use that front foot, looks for the overhand right. Was well short with it that time, backed up into the neutral corner. Good three-punch combination there from Doherty, 1-2, and then finish with the right hand to the body. Good strength there, though, from Fox. I think Doherty thought the referee might break them. He didn't. Fox just manhandled him a little bit there.
Yeah, it's not like he's being massively backed up here. He's taking the back foot. I think he's happy being on the back foot and then just pot-shotting with fast counters. That right hand down the middle especially. You know, lead hand kind of cancelling each other out a little bit, and it's a battle of the backhands here.
Doherty again just looking for the jab. Fox into his own corner now, took the body shot, then looked to rip up with the right uppercut himself, didn't quite land it. Closing stages of the second round.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Giftgaff gives me flexibility to change my deal with no penalties. Also, the way Giftgaff has helped members and our local communities who need help at this challenging time is great. Cheers, Giftgaff.
With flexible plans, no contracts, and helping communities in need, Giftgaff gives back.
Five Guys is back on Deliveroo. Deliveroo, here to deliver.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Well, this is Nav Mansouri. He faces Kieran Conway later on. In many ways, he's the forgotten man of the 154-pound scene. If this was a Western, Nav Mansouri would be the gunslinger back in town, bursting open the saloon doors, stretching a familiar silhouette. So back into this one, start of round 3. Doherty in the red, Fox in the black. And what's been interesting about this so far, Matt, is that Doherty has landed, he's got home with some good shots, but Fox has taken what he's been given, and he's had some success himself. So if this goes deep, if he can continue to take Doherty's power and take him into the second half of the fight, this could get very interesting.
Yeah, well, I think he's made Doherty think more in these 2 rounds than he has done in the rest of his whole career. He's been fast with the counters, the right hand down the middle, very well poised, fires it really quickly. Also, the short left hook counters have been good. He's been moving his head, he's been feinting. So he's certainly been making Doherty think in there. And I think you've got to be someone like Doherty, who's been quite vicious in his other 8 fights and he's blown guys away. He's got to be careful that he's not in that habit where he thinks everyone's just going to fall over when he hits them. He's landed a few shots and he's stayed there with his head static. He hasn't moved out of range with his feet. And Fox has came firing back and landed the counter. So, you know, this is a good fight for Doherty, a good learning fight. Lands a good left hand there. He's certainly been made to think in there.
Doherty just reaching for the jab again. Fox looking to try and wind up with that right hand a little bit, a touch of kidology. Again, just using the periphery of the ring, sliding across the ropes. Just hung his head into range there, Fox, and then slipped the jab nicely.
Yeah, nice left hand to the body there from Doherty, and Fox trying to come back with his own right hand. But you can see the feinting going on in there.
Howard Foster saying to Doherty that that left hand to the body was maybe a touch low. It didn't bring any reaction from Fox. Doherty was a good amateur, got a bronze at the Commonwealth Games, a gold at the Commonwealth Youths. The GB setup, I know, were keen for him to stay, but he decided to turn pro young. He's investing to the body there, Doherty.
Yeah, and that's smart of him. You know, you've got someone who's moving his head. He's a bit awkward. He hasn't quite managed to pin him down yet. So rather than reaching for the head and getting countered with those fast counters that Fox is firing back, drive the body shot into the chest. You know, you can't move the body. Move the head, but you catch the body and you'll drive him back into the ropes and you can step to him. He's doing the right thing by targeting the body, Doherty. He's got decent hands
from the inside, just swings himself off his feet there. Well, the referee has given the knockdown here. There's no doubt that towards the end there was a slip, but if the slip was caused by a punch, then the referee is right to call the knockdown. He just managed to get away from Doherty on the ropes.
You okay? Yeah, you overextended, didn't I? Yeah.
Then as he was throwing a right hand, his momentum took him to the canvas. He didn't really complain there, Anthony Fox, so
get a little bit closer to him. I know it's not.
I think the replay will probably show that his descent was started by a punch.
I didn't think that was a knockdown. I thought that was just a slip.
I'll make you right. I'll make you right. He disentangled himself and nothing really landed.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
I thought I wonder had I missed something because I didn't see the punch land, and then watching the replay, and it was definitely a slip.
Well, that'll be a 10-8 in favour of Doherty. He didn't draw any kind of reaction at all from Anthony Fox, which was quite interesting. Generally, that's a sign that the fight is in agreement with the referee's decision, but he doesn't seem all that bothered by it. I think he maybe expected that these early rounds wouldn't go his way, that he was going to have to soak it up, which is what he's done so far, and try and come into things in the latter stages. Walked straight onto a stiff jab there, Fox, but still got a couple away himself. Didn't really land.
Yeah, it's almost like he's kind of been prepared to give away the first few rounds, warm into the fight, get his distance, get a read of the speed and the range of Doherty, and then come firing back, damage limitations early on, and take what you get, and let's build into the fight. That's experience. Oh, good jab.
He started to really snap that jab. Early on, he was pushing it out a little bit, pecking with it, not anymore. Fox just moving his lead hand, trying to time Doherty on the way in if he can.
Nice 1-2 down the middle, good accuracy. Better accuracy now from Doherty. I think he's found his range a bit better. He's not reaching for the shots.
Well, I think the referee's going to say that this was low from Doherty. It looked round about the belt to me.
Yeah, I thought it was borderline as well. He's using his jab better in this round, Doherty.
Doherty just looking for the uppercut there, really for the first time. It wasn't quite on. Fox wasn't really in range for it. Again, just snaps out that southpaw jab. That's becoming a real weapon for him. Bit of damage around the corner of the left eye there of Doherty. Good 1-2.
Yeah, nice 1-2. Good accuracy from Doherty. Definitely boxing better now. Found his range more, using his jab more, and even the 1-2 down the middle is working well for him. Got to be careful with that looping body shot. He doesn't want to get a point taken off for low blows.
Fox looking for that marauding right hand. But he's finding it more difficult now to close the gap because of that jab.
In the eye of Doherty. Seems like there's a bit of blood coming from the left eye.
There is just a little bit of damage on the corner of the left.
Just good control boxing from Doherty here.
Anthony Fox just puffing out his cheeks a touch there as he takes a seat in that red corner. Across the ring in the blue corner is Doherty. And let's just have a little look at these low blows, or supposed low blows, and that was pretty much right on the letters there, right on the surname of Anthony Fox, in the middle of that belt line of his. Well, we've seen Shannon Courtenay, and this is her opponent, Rachel Ball, and it's been quite amazing, really, what has happened to her in the last few weeks. When she signed for this fight, as she admits herself, really not that many people knew who she was, but they know now, because this is a genuine 50-50, and people have scratched the surface. They've discovered that, and interest in it really has just picked up from that point onwards, to the point where she's been installed as the bookmaker's favourite. So back with this one, Doherty in the red, Fox in the black, and Fox just trying to jump on Doherty a bit at the start of the round and get something going, because I think he knows that Doherty established a bit of a rhythm in that previous round there, Matt, and he cannot allow that to continue.
No, and he's lost every round on my card, including the knockdown in the third, so he's way behind on the cards now, so he needs a big round here to try and turn things around, and not just on the scorecard, but in terms of the pattern of the fight. If anything, it's Doherty that's growing into the fight and improving as the fight's going on. His last round being his best, so definitely Fox needs a big round here.
It's a decent cuffing left hand there from Doherty. He half caught it on the glove there, Fox, but it still moved him.
Good left hand.
And again, Doherty just stepping in. Fox trying to fire back and give an answer there.
Yeah, he's resilient and he's firing back, Fox, but the accuracy, the timing, the range, everything improving now for Doherty. It's like he's getting the read of him now. You know, Fox just taking the distance away from Doherty, trying to make him reach, trying to make him make a mistake so we can fire back with a quick counter. But I think Doherty's sussed him out a bit here, and he's found his range, and he's starting to put nice shots together.
He's just a little bit lazy with the jab about 20 seconds ago there, Doherty, and Fox, for the first time in a little while, was able to come over the top with that right hand, which he did with some success in the opening round or two. But he's just sharpened up Doherty since the beginning of the fight. He's been in control throughout so far, really, but just the higher standard of opposition has forced him to, as I say, just sharpen up and raise his level a bit.
Yeah, Fox moving to his right onto the left hand of good uppercut there from Doherty. Before that, I was just going to say that he keeps moving to his right a lot. It's like he's trying to invite Doherty to lead with the backhand or to overextend with the backhand, and then he's going to try and jump in and counter him, but he's moving to his right quite a lot into the supposed power hand, the backhand of the southpaw, but I think he's trying to lure Doherty into reaching.
Fox got on the inside there and was just looking to try and find that right hand to the body and then look for the uppercut, and then Doherty just neatly pulled his head back out of the way, looking for the jab there again, closing seconds of the round. So top of the bill tonight, of course, Felix Cash up against Jason Welborn. Cash defending his Commonwealth middleweight title, and there he is arriving at Matchroom HQ. And this is exactly the kind of stage, exactly the kind of platform that he's been waiting for since winning that title. Welborn, well, this is a well-trodden route. He brings a wealth of experience. This is nothing new for him, being in the away corner, being the outsider. He's done that plenty of times. And Matt, you know firsthand just how tough Jason Welborn is.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, the key question tonight is what ambition does he have left? If he comes here and he really fancies the job, this could be a tough fight for Cash, but at 34, 2 fights in 2 years, both losses, I wonder what he has left.
Charlie Edwards watching on. So into the 6th, they're scheduled for 8. Fox looking to try and double up the jab there and then use the right hand off the back of it.
Lovely, Anthony. Go again. And again.
Trying to fire that right hand there, Fox.
He's got fast hands, Fox, when he opens up and he puts the combinations together, and he's, you know, giving the head movement and the feints. He's trying to mix things up. Good body shot from him there.
He's looking to get to work this round. He's had a good proactive first 30 seconds or so. Doherty has maybe just waited a little bit too long to try and get his shots off.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think it's been his best little phase of the fight, Fox. He's taking the distance away. There's little half steps out of range, and he's firing. When he does come into range, he's letting his hands go. Not single shots, combinations. Good left hook there.
There's a good right hand from Fox about 10 seconds ago, and we're a little bit of distance here, and I did just wonder if that had maybe hurt Doherty. It didn't, as it turned out, but he turned it over really nicely. Just chopping down with it.
Good right hand, left hook combination. He's putting his shots together now. He's throwing combinations, not just single shots.
Right, come back onto him.
There's that jab, though, from Doherty that when he lands it heavy, is capable of just knocking Fox back, forcing him to start again, to reset. Fox looking for that right hand. Doherty with the 1-2. He's breathing quite heavy in there, Doherty. This is by far the most demanding contest that he's been in, of course, and it's been fought at a good tempo. There's always been something coming back from his opponent, and as discussed prior to the fight, that's something that he hasn't had before, and that's exactly why they made this contest, because they knew the Fox would bring that. Yeah, there's that right hand again there. You see what I mean? He kind of, there's a nice arc to it, isn't there? And as he dipped forward there, Doherty, that wasn't too far away from doing some damage from Fox, I don't think.
No, he's landed some good straight shots here, Doherty, in this round, but I like the combinations. Good left hand there from Doherty, but the combinations.
Fox was a little bit wobbled by that one. He's backed up to the ropes. His legs are unsteady. Doherty looking to close in, straight left hand down the middle, and Fox has just got through to the end of the round there. In that neutral corner, about 10-15 seconds to go on the round. He just got hurt. He hit it well. I'm not sure if Doherty caught on to the fact quite as quickly as he would have liked to.
He's going to come right at you now because he thinks he hurt you. Yeah? How are you?
Yeah, right.
Good. Your head clear?
No.
Your legs good? Yeah. Okay. If he comes on you, don't man up, grab the fucker. Okay.
Apologies.
Cool, mate. Come on.
He's just trying to reinforce his point there, Richard Farnan. He knows that his man was buzzed there at the end of the round, and he knows that he's going to come for him. There's that long left hand, and he just sinks into the ropes, and you could just see him list a little bit there, Matt.
Yeah, it'd actually been a really good round for Fox up until that point. He'd landed some really good combinations and good right hands himself, and particularly some good body shots. And I think Doherty was starting to blow a little bit, but then he finished the round really strong. I think he definitely hurt him at the end of the round there.
Big left hand again there. He teed it up nicely with a jab there, Doherty. Then a strafing left, and he's in trouble here, Fox. As he backs up to the ropes, he goes down to a knee. I'm not sure if that was voluntary or not, but it was a shrewd move nonetheless. And he gets to the 8 count. Nods at referee Howard Foster, but he's in trouble here, Fox, because his legs aren't steady. Doherty comes prowling across the ring, looking for the finish now. Fox needs to try and grab hold if he can. Doherty trying to shovel that uppercut straight through that gap in the elbows. Fox just leans in and manages to get hold of him. If he can get through this round, that will be some effort, because he's been hurt early.
I think he's still hurt from the previous round, Andy. As soon as he got hit with that shot, I don't think he'd recover from the shots in the previous round. He's hurt here, definitely.
Uppercut followed by the right hand, and the referee has jumped in and stopped that, and that's exactly the right thing to do. Good piece of refereeing. He was never going to turn it in there, Anthony Fox, but you can see as he goes back to his corner that he was hurt at the end of that previous round. Doherty was nice and measured at the start of this one, got to him again. Just 9 seconds into that round, he buzzed him up once again, and he was a long way from home. The finishing tape to the round there, Matt. Well, it seems like it's over the mountains and far away. It was too big a gap to bridge, and Howard Foster was having a close look all the way through. And that's a good performance from Doherty, because Fox's credentials were real. And he was in there to fire back. He was in there to try and do some damage and get the win. And Doherty will have learned more from that fight than all of his previous 8 put together, I would say.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, a good left hand there, bang on the chin. But he hadn't recovered from the shots there at the end of the round before. He was hurt going back to the corner at the end of the round. You know, good left hand again. I mean, these are partially landing, but he's still hurt there. I think his eyes are glazed. Again, you know, he hits hard, Doherty, and these are hard shots. He's digging them in here now. You can smell the finish again, a left hook there. I think he took the knee there, probably wanted to try and clear his head, see if he could recover. But again, a high left hook there, high on the temple. Good uppercut, right hook. And as you say, Andy, a good learning fight for him. Fox was tricky early on. There was lots of head movement. He was feinting. He was taking away Doherty's distance, just pulling out of range. He was fast with the right-hand counters. He was landing some good body shots in the 6th round. Actually had a really good first half of the 6th round, then got hurt at the end of the round, never really recovered. And then when Doherty hurt him again at the start of the 7th, he just put the foot to the floor and closed the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Howard Foster calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 2 seconds of round number 7. Your winner by RSC, he's still undefeated, John the Doc Doherty.
So another win for Doherty, and he becomes only the 2nd fighter to stop Anthony Fox. So coming up tomorrow on Sky Sports, the world of sport firmly turning once again. At 1 o'clock, the Spanish Grand Prix qualifying. And then on Sunday, the race coverage starting at 12:30, all on Sky Sports F1. Well, the doc just making his way over to the interview area. It will be interesting to see what they've got planned for him. The Celtic champion is Tommy Philbin, who we saw in the golden contract at light heavyweight, but that was an opportunity he took at 175 because it was just too good to turn down. Really, he is a super middleweight, an all-Scottish affair that would be, so I'd certainly have some interest in that. But let's get over and see what the verdict is. And Doherty's with Andy Scott.
John, Anthony Fox came to win tonight, stopped only once before in his whole career. Just how happy are you to force a stoppage at the end there?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. Started off a bit slow, pulling up my chin there, but got there in the end, and I felt him tired until maybe about 4th round. I felt him tired with the body shots, and his power went up, his punches, but he was a lot stronger than I thought. A lot heavy-handed, but I got the job done.
What do you think worked for you tonight in terms of style? And it was mentioned that this perhaps was a very good learning fight. You might have learnt more in this fight than the whole of your career beforehand.
Yeah, I actually thought he was going to come at me and have a go as he had done in his last fight, but